I'm AJ Ellison HitchFit personal trainer and WBFF 2013 world champion muscle model. So I started off as a track athlete. Fast forward, after that I got into jiu-jitsu and fell in love with jiu-jitsu and did that for about 7 to 8 years. With all those years of grinding, running, it caused a lot of damage and wear and tear on joints, ligaments, just the body in general. I had to find something else that I thought was going to keep me motivated. So I turned to fitness, started doing fitness competitions, fitness modeling, competing, and even with that, there's a lot of wear and tear on the body. Well, I've been dealing with that with my knee for about 3 years. I would just train until the knee, I would warm up until the knee went numb, and that was my cue to start the workout and go hard. What happened was I would be sore after that for a few days, not muscle soreness, but my knee. I'd be limping up and down steps, pushing off with my hands to get up out of a chair or in and out of a car, and that would last for a few days, and it progressively get worse. It would end up lasting for 7 days, all until the next time I hit legs again. Fast forward 3 years later, it got to the point where that knee would no longer go numb. I couldn't go hard anymore. Then I found myself in chronic knee pain, limping around, hobbling around, walking up and down steps, getting in and out of chairs, in and out of cars, and something had to be done at that point. I was hard-headed enough to grind it out to the point where I couldn't do it anymore. You start looking at the future, past competition, past sports, what life wasn't looking so good for me in my 50s, 60s, 70s, and even 80s. So I had to do something and find something to do to help correct the issue that was at hand. So I started reaching out. To people, man. Came across Trevor, and we got together, and he gave me his salesman pitch about not feeling any knee pain after a couple of days. So of course, I've known him for a while, but definitely I wanted to get with him and see what he was talking about. I just didn't have much faith at first. I didn't think I was going to be able to come back. But this week I've been getting up underneath 315 pounds and squatting that, for reps, and that's something I wasn't doing at all, 9 months ago. Having an open mind in this was the key factor in me getting back to where I am today. I didn't think I was going to be squatting again for a very, very, very long time. So now there's hope. I'm not 100% yet today, but 5 weeks ago I wasn't doing any of the things I'm doing now. This has kept my sanity through all the PT stuff. I'm used to moving, I'm used to squatting, used to lunging, used to doing all those things that I enjoy doing, and when that gets taken away from you, mentally, it's debilitating. You got to be diligent with it. This doesn't just happen just once a week or once every other week. For me, I'm doing PT twice a week. Visiting with Trevor twice a week. He's kicking my butt, telling me what I got to do twice a week. So you got 4 days a week that I'm meticulously doing something to get better, to get my knee better, and that's what you got to do. If you want to get better at something, you have to have a sick obsession to get right. My biggest inspiration is Bo Jackson's 30 for 30. If you ever watch that, you see that guy come back for something like that. That's my motivation. I'm not saying I'm Bo Jackson, but I'm saying he's a human being, and he has that kind of willpower. Then why can I dig deep and manifest that kind of willpower myself? And that's what it is. If you have the determination to get better and not get cut up by a surgeon, not get a knee replacement, those are all really, really big motivating factors for me. And that's where I'm at today. For me, learning how to move in a certain way to prevent injuries and also to prevent anything in the future is quality of life. I want to be able to walk up and down steps. I want to be able to move a lot longer and still do the things I want to do when I'm further in my years in life, which a lot of people just don't tend to think about. They think about the here and the now. You know, I'm going to compete next year. I'm going to do this. I'm going to, I'm going to play pro sports or whatever the case may be. But you got to take care of your joints now, and that's what doesn't get talked about enough. While squatting 455 or whatever, 465 pounds, I probably had no business getting up underneath that kind of weight because of my control, my mobility. All that wasn't as strong as it is now. Now that I have to move that way because of my knee, and that's one of the things that Trevor can bring and add value to gyms, to sports clubs, to high schools, high school athletes, even on a collegiate level and professional level. That element of preventative measure needs to be taken. If you don't want to get cut up, get cut open, get a scope, get a knee replacement, you've got to learn the proper way to move and make the muscles work and not overstress the joints. And that's the key takeaway from this whole thing.